I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have given us all a fine lesson in courage.
Thank you.
He owes you his life. That's quite something.
That madman deserves to die.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Холла, амигосы! Вы на канале This Narciss, меня зовут Артем Нарцисс, и это игра The Council. Мы продолжаем проходить третий эпизод, да, и третий эпизод, это, кстати, да, забыл сказать, добавить. Почему я так начал эту серию? Потому что я, когда, все очки распределил, естественно, и сразу вот пошла заставочка, я решил, зачем отбирать у вас заставочку? Вдруг вы не проходили игру, да? Может и проходили, но все равно вам интересно эту заставочку посмотреть было. Обычно я записываю вот с этого момента серию по игре The Council. Но, друзья, не суть, это я так, просто к слову. В общем, рад вас приветствовать. И что мы дальше делаем? По ловкости, что у нас вообще по навыкам? У нас есть уклонение, еще один остался, чтобы открыть. Ловкость, да, ловкость нам, в принципе, не помешает. Уклонения у нас нету. Можем выбрать 3 манускрипта, к сожалению, пока не можем выбрать вот эти. Соберите все страницы манускрипта, понимаете? Заметки до Рише. В общем, это что, я, наверное, не подобрал заметки у него там за картиной в секретной комнате. Короче, неважно. Очко, этикет, логика и ловкость. Давайте ловкость. Логика. Что у нас там? Тоже первый уровень. Хитрость или этикет? Пускай пока будет так. Начнем, друзья. Лорд Мортимер попросил нас остаться. О чем-то он хочет с нами поговорить. Проведем же беседу.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Почему решил покончить с собой? Это следовало ожидать. Почему он так вас боится? Зачем вы его пригласили? Психология и политика. По-моему, если я не ошибаюсь, у нашего господина устойчивость наука и убеждения. Ну, давайте по психологии.
Tell me, my lord, can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate. and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Вот так вот. Вернитесь в свою комнату. И что нас там ждет в нашей комнате? Слушайте, мы вот с этим всем собранием давным-давно уже позабыли о своей матери. Кстати, здесь какие-то были эликсиры, по-моему, нет? Которых я не могу взять. Если я не ошибаюсь. Или я ошибаюсь? Нет, не ошибаюсь. Что-то здесь есть. Якорцев у меня... Кстати, якорцы нам зачем? Я уже и забыл. Я знаю, для чего нам мед и золотой эликсир, а якорцы... Блин, действительно. Вот я дебил. Вы поняли, я забыл. Это же можно смотреть. Вот я идиот. Почему я ее не использую? Там еще что-то лежит, да? О, золотой эликсир, отлично. Господи, ну игра не оптимизирована, просто жесть. Лагает не по-детски. И графика здесь, ну... Это вот с такой графикой единственная игра, которая у меня так лагает. Так, вернуться в свою комнату. Подождите, в какой стороне моя комната? Ну давайте в эту пойдем. Здесь быстрее или нет? Ладно, давайте сюда пойдем. Не суть, в принципе.
I already mentioned it yesterday. Either to you or to someone else. Impossible to tell with you people.
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
Поговори с ним.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Louis, once again, bravo for what you did. If it weren't for you, Peru would have blown his brains out. You've got courage. I like this. We just lost a vote for the next conference, and we already had fewer votes than Holm. I must absolutely find a solution.
Excuse me, sir, but given recent events, I find it somewhat cavalier to return to your political preoccupation so quickly.
Yes, I know, you must find me inhumane. But what can I do? We are here to decide upon the fate of our nations, Louis. It is time you realize what is at stake here. I hold nothing against Monsieur Peru personally, but what concerns me most right now is to not lose sight of the objectives of this meeting.
Bro.
In short, we haven't a minute to lose. I'll leave you now.
Just a minute. What did Duchess Hillsborough propose last night?
Oh, nothing worth worrying about. The pretty little pudding eater found no better tactic than to threaten me. She would have been better off sliding into my bed. At least we wouldn't have wasted part of the night talking for nothing.
Воу, полегче. Доткнитесь на хал. Она... Ну, я не буду, в принципе. сделать.
Threatened you say?
That's what I said.
Не буду я
I
его
think I'm going to
нахалом
have to be
называть,
careful of English troops crisscrossing the Mediterranean for a while. The witch would let loose the wrath of the English crown on my august person. But if she thinks that would scare a Bonaparte, she is mistaken. Now, Louis, time is running short, and as I said, I'm in a hurry. I have to go now. I will see you later.
Все-таки Амели с ним мне это самое просто угрожало. Наверное. Вы поняли, да? Так. Вперед. Да, здесь Бонапарт. Дальше уже по дороге и моя комната. Я бы, конечно... О.
No answer. Nothing. Emily? Emily, are you there? Emily!
Yes. Louis, is that you?
Yes, let me in.
I'm sorry, Louis. I don't feel very well. I'll see you later.
Are you sure everything's all right? Are you still there?
Что происходит?
Emily? Emily, are you there?
Друзья, а что происходит?
Emily!
Yes. Louis, is that you?
Yes, let me in.
I'm sorry, Louis. I don't feel very well. I'll see you later.
Are you sure everything's all right? Are you still there?
Я что-то не въехал, друзья. Вопрос на засыпку, а как попасть к ней в комнату? К Бонапарту я не могу зайти, наверное. Нет, могу. Я думаю, нам нужно туда пройти, друзья. Я могу выйти сейчас? В смысле, я не могу выйти?
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore.
Блин, а чё за бред? Как мне попасть в комнату? Короче, понятно, друзья, я иду в свою комнату. Почему не пустила меня Эмили, я не понимаю. Жесть. Ладно. Вернулись в свою комнату. Да, у меня, конечно, картина идеальная.
I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Я популярный, друзья.
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly. You're
Смысле,
right,
отомстить за
Mr.
сестру?
President.
Я же
Thank
ей
you.
не сказал. Что мать это сделала? Это что за фигня? Что за подстава? Алло. Как туда пройти, мне скажите? Ну, найдите Эмили. Я что-то не понимаю, что происходит, друзья. Там разговоры.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying.
Выломать дверь, взломать замок.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
Блин, ну другой вход это только через комнату Бонапарта. Какой еще другой вход может быть? А, да, все, могу выйти уже, поняли? Ха-ха, я же говорил.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Чё за фигня? Взломать замок? У меня есть идея получше. Слушайте, а здесь все было прям рассчитано. Ну чё, я встречусь наконец-то с матерью. Так, это нет, это не сюда. В смысле? А, ну да. Она же сбоку, типа. Точно. Да, черт подери, что происходит? О. Вот и все, друзья. Момент истины. У меня мурашки по коже.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
What are you on about now?
I should never have told you what happened to me. That's how it works, and you know it full well. I'm not that naive. I know you inside out.
A letter from William Pitt the
We'll end up
Younger
losing
addressed to
everything
Emily.
we keep on.
He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling. A letter from William Pitt the Elder addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. 2 coils circle the lock.
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way! I am not Emma! Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis.
Так,
Let's
вот
see.
здесь.
How can I tell them apart?
Здесь, вот здесь.
Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival,
Девушка впереди. Ночь нашего прибытия. Кто был с нами? Это смешно. Кем я представился? Что вы мне дали? Что со мной случилось?
on the wharf, something happened to me. What was it?
A malaise. The moment you arrived, you felt ill, and I offered to help while Piaggi went up. And you turned me down flat.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Как нас встретил Мортимер? А допрос на них, по-моему, не действует, да? Хотя не факт.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Так. Стоп, давайте, знаете как? В первую ночь мы разошлись по комнатам, я не мог заснуть и вышел прогуляться. Мы с вами встретились, мы разговаривали. Так, мне нужно сделать вот так, друзья. Мы с вами встретились.
Do you remember if we saw each other that night or not?
Not at all. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself, for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the Golden Fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills. And a broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us.
Так.
Last night, you came to me in my room. What exactly did we talk about?
We spoke briefly about your choices during the conference, Louis. What do you mean? Yes, Emma. It just so happens I didn't tell you everything. I never told you about this part. I hate you!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
You are Emily Hillsborough.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch! Watch out, Louis! No!
Hell, what have I done?
Блин. Так,
See what you've done. See.
Мать
Louis? What on earth is going...
Mother!
Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Go.
Come, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Блин.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her, please. Go, I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Чё за фигня? Ребята, а зачем? Зачем было стрелять в Эмму? Я нифига не понял. Теперь она уже точно мертва, типа. Чё? А, понятно, это... Мам, матери лайк. Нефиг. Так, а фиг не фиг. А как выйти? Сюда, вроде сюда. А, вот, все понял. Да, маманя у нас. Ай, на не. Месье Бонапарт. Сильвупле. Так. Ну, почему-то мне кажется, что все-таки, что я неверно сделал. Все-таки моя мать не убила.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear
Моя мать
anything
не
through the
убила
door?
Эмму. Значит, Эмили плохая, скорее всего. Я уже вообще просто запутался. Это просто жесть. Встретитесь с матерью в склепе. Не знаю, что идти туда, не идти. Меня сейчас увидят.
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Просто такой жесткий. Всеми командует направо-налево. В общем, нам нужно в склеп идти. Склеп мы знаем где. Нам вниз. Вроде бы, да? Я уже забыл, куда идти. Честно признаюсь, забыл. думаю, нам сейчас игра подскажет. А, мы можем и туда идти. Но нам нужно в сад. Блин, не туда пошел. Точно, в сад же там, где комната с медузой и горгоной. Так. Так. Может, мы обойдем вокруг? По-моему, можно. Ага, фигушки. Ладно. Я, в принципе, здесь тоже не против.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
А, у меня есть, кстати, чтобы открыть. Отлично. Ну все, ништяк. Так, ну я надеюсь, я обойду вокруг. Так, вот сюда и можно в сад войти. А где это я? Ладно. Ну это вроде сад. Правильно? Только сюда я никогда не входил. Это... Ага, я понял. Я понял, где это. Ладно. Давайте. Блин. Сюда, что ли? Нет, не сюда. Вот сюда, по-моему. Или я не ошибаюсь. Сейчас мы все поймем. Надеюсь. Кстати, я видел концовку второго сезона, другую, где мы встретились, где сзади нас подошла мать наша. Она не знала, кто это. Ну, я видел вроде, она не поняла, кто я. Что с памятью ее было. Вот и наша мать.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and logical. I know you are going to find it hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
Друзья, извините. Но странно, что все документы Мортимера в его комнате, там, где медуза Горгона, где мы были с Эмили. Помните, да? За сколько лет они подписаны? Ну, это так, я к слову. Сейчас посмотрим.
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Мортимер Холл. Там вы фон Вёльнер и Годой. Нет, я не думаю. Вашингтон Бонапарт тоже нет.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No. Even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Заметил. Имущественные акты, секретный кабинет, никто с ним близко не знаком.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
Да.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? Yes, I did. Why?
Too bad. We'll deal with it later.
Понятно. Секретный кабинет. Собрание.
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way, you found me, you have surpassed me.
Ты, конечно, меня демон, но я
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him!
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Фон Борхерт, что ли? Холм, наверное.
Sir Gregory?
No, Mortimer, of course. He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
Чё, я его сын или чё? Офигеть.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
Что случилось с Элизабет? С Эммой что случилось с Элизабет? Я так понимаю, в Элизабет сидел еще один из демонов.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
Вы вообще понимаете, что происходит? Что случилось с Эммой? Что значит она ее застрелила, если она только что была жива?
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Mother, did you kill her?
Of course not. Don't be stupid. I had no interest in getting rid of her.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Понятно.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Ну, типа всё.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There.
Руку я знаю, где
That's
она
why we
потеряла.
are here.
Замок тот, друзья, который мы видели. Помните? Вот где руку она потеряла. И нам нужно разгадать. Bethesda, друзья. Ну, та, которая, конечно, не создала эту игру. Ее просто... Я мог пройти через комнаты Жака Перю. Я увидел... Ну что, друзья, могу вам сказать. Все прошло достаточно напряженно. Так. Так. сказал бедняк. Так, что мы сейчас улучшим? У нас есть возможность хитрости. Я думаю, она сейчас замком нам очень поможет. Поэтому мы сделаем уровень 2. Дальше мы можем улучшить ловкость. Стоит ли? А какие у нас есть предметы? Остались какие? Только этикет. Плохо. Плохо, плохо, плохо. То есть что-то одно, или уклонение, или ловкость. Ну, мы все-таки детективы, да? Так значит, нам нужно немного ловкости. Погнали. Друзья, я остановлюсь сразу же, когда мы возьмем...
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 6 objects before we try anything.
Are your 6 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
Отлично. Так, крест, значит, крест нужен. Крипта. Я записываю, ну, на всякий пожарный. Спросите толкование Иуды.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Okay. На гвоздях.
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare. They were in a golden cup, beside some chicken legs. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Так. Спросить, нужно ли что еще.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
Башня, понял.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Все понятно.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6646.
В общем, понятно. Это мы взять не можем, к сожалению, величайшему. Жаль. Что ж, друзья, на этом месте будем заканчивать нашу серию. Я просто в шоке. Я просто не знаю, ну, этот сюжет настолько развивается теперь, что мне все интересно и дальше играть. Ну, как это все коротко, блин. Это еще получается у меня сейчас. Мы будем сейчас проходить последнюю часть третьего эпизода. И это немножко меня тревожит. Что сказать, друзья? Всем, кому нравится, ставьте лайки, читайте твиттер, подключайтесь в группу ВКонтакте, подписывайтесь, кому не лень. Новое видео каждый день у меня на канале. Адиос, амигосы. Пока-пока.